Next on CTN News.
They brought their folks in, 30 or 40 of them, and transitioned the place.
A new vendor takes over the food and beverage operations at the Bunker Hills Golf Club. Plus, a Coon Rapids man facing criminal charges after allegedly setting his brother's house on fire. But first,
it's a privilege that we in this country, I think sometimes people don't fully appreciate.
Voters head to the polls for the midterm election. The results from the 2014 vote top CTN News this Friday, November 7th, 2014. Thanks for joining us. Just half of eligible voters in Minnesota took part in Tuesday's election, well below the projected turnout of 55 to 60%.
But a record number of voters did cast absentee ballots in the midterm election. Locally, 3 city council seats were on the ballot. Jerry Koch came out on top in the mayor's race, receiving more than 9,100 votes. His challenger, fellow council member Ron Manning, got just over 8,600 votes. Koch says he looks forward to leading the city into the future.
You know, I've been a realtor for 26 years. When you select a community to move to, you're usually working with a realtor. And one of the things that I really want to do is reach out to our realtors and work with their staff and kind of bring it all together. You know, here's all the great things about Coon Rapids. Do you know all these things?
Turning to the race in Ward 3, Wade Demmer received the most votes with 1,786. His challenger Ethan Yang received nearly 1,200 votes. Demmer, a medical device system engineer by day, is ready to roll up his sleeves and get to work representing the citizens of Ward 3.
It really is a matter of collaboration. You know, I don't want to come in thinking I'm a hot shot with all the best ideas. That's really not how I operate. I operate best when I hear a lot of different ideas and can try to distill them into something real. You know, that's what I do for work as an engineer, and so I'm planning on trying to use that same mentality of not coming in thinking I know a solution, but thinking I know how to work with people to try to get to one.
In the city council race in Ward 5, it was a close one. Brad Johnson received nearly 1,700 votes. Challenger Valerie Weaver picked up 1,571 votes. Johnson was not able to visit with us on election night due to work commitments. He is a prosecutor in the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, but he is looking forward to getting to work on the city council starting in January.
Turning to the Anoka County Board, 2 of the 3 seats up for re-election were not contested. Both incumbents, Jim Kordiak in District 4 and Scott Schulte in District 7, will be returning to the board next year. Carl LeDoux did not seek re-election in District 5. Therefore, there will be a new county commissioner in 2015. Current Andover Mayor Mike Gamache won that seat, beating out a challenge by former State Senator Debbie Johnson. We talked to Gamache on election night, and here's some of what he had to say.
You know, the county board is a lot bigger than just being a mayor in Andover, so I understand I got a lot to learn. But again, if I can help bring, working with the state legislature, working with the federal government to bring more money into the county to help build better roads in our area, that will really help the business community and get people jobs.
2 other county positions were not contested. James Stewart will be returning for another term as sheriff, and voters also re-elected Tony Palumbo as county attorney.
All of our local state representatives will be returning to their seats in the state legislature next year. Coon Rapids actually has 4 state representatives. In District 35B, Republican Peggy Scott easily beat out a challenge by DFLer Sam Beard. In District 36A, Republican Mark Uglum received just over 8,000 votes. DFLer Jefferson Fitek received about 5,600. In District 36B, DFLer Melissa Hortman retained her seat, but it was a fairly close race. Just 556 votes separated both candidates. And in District 37A, DFLer Jerry Newton won re-election, beating out Republican challenger Mandy Benz. Members of the Minnesota House of Representatives serve a 2-year term.